Hello and welcome everybody to the next duet season. And this time we're going to go back to 5th edition 2024 and we're going to continue our exploits with Lyra Emberheart and Minsha Rai. It used to be A Murder of Crows, but now it's going to be Into the East because after they had returned from the Fey world, the other world, where they had basically killed a really bad vampire and also freed the various Fey that need to run the country. And after Lyra has met her mother, which was kind of a little bit, yep, are we really related? I guess we are. They have returned and they will now, they've decided to spend some time back in Homlet in the chromatic counter, which you own. And then you are going to visit Minsha Rai's homeland in the east, but you're going to wait a little while because you did want to kind of, lick your wounds, as it were, come to terms with the fact that you now know who your mother is. She's the main and very, very powerful Fae, and who, together with her sisters, rules the world that you were drawn into. And she's also given you powers, and she's also taken you or freed you from your former pact giver Dispata. Yeah,
Good that you say that, because I opened the wrong character sheet.
yeah, because I think there may be even two. One is a sorcerer, one is a warlock. Yeah.
I opened the warlock and started, and now that you say it's like, no, that's the old
Yeah.
Lyra. I need to open the new.
Because now you don't have any pacts any longer, so you are now technically a sorceress. And Minsha Rai is a monk.
She was, and she is very good in this.
Yeah, she can pack a punch. Yep. Okay, so it's winter. So you returned, I want to say, I don't know, summerish. You've gone back to working in the chromatic counter. Min has also started to work as a carpenter again. And you're still producing those lovely sweets that children can get to basically turn their hair all kinds of colors, or whatever it is. And winter has fallen. Snow is falling. Winter has come, and it is comparatively cold. And one day there is the door opens to the shop, and in comes a man in very thick clothing, very warm. He's got a woolly hat on, and he's like, I'm looking for a Miss Emberheart. Is she here?
I'm probably behind the counter with Darling in front of me.
Meow.
Just being petted, and I will look up, yes, I am here. How can I help?
Oh, very good. I've been told that you are, well, how shall I put it? You are far traveled.
Yes, well, far a little bit. But how can I help?
I have a message that needs delivering, and since it's further to the south, much further than I would go, I have agreed to take the message this far, but I would like to pass it on. And he steps forward and he takes out a scroll, which is in one of those leather tubes where they keep scrolls in to make sure that the scrolls don't get destroyed easily, and says this would need to be delivered to Sanford.
Do I know if that is a person or a place or
Okay, roll on a first roll of the day. It's not
Yes.
perception. Roll on history. I hope we have history in this system because
we have history in the
okay,
system.
good.
16? That's surprisingly good.
That's really good. Yes, you have heard of Sanford. That is a ford across a river to the very south. You've heard talk of it because it used to be a very important crossing, and then one day, a very long time ago, there was a bad battle, a really bad one, and the ford, the bridge was destroyed, and it was never really rebuilt. With regard to, it's no longer a stone bridge. You've heard that it has been rebuilt in the form of a wooden bridge, and it's one of those stories that go back to the hoary depth of time. So we're talking about something that happened a long time ago, a couple of 100 years maybe. And you know that it's beyond the lands to the south. So essentially south of Homlet, if you travel for a day, you come to, a almost like a ring of, I wouldn't call them mountains. They're not high enough to be mountains, but they're taller than hills. So it's kind of like ringed off. And beyond this, there is a land that is called the Meadows, and it's lived in by halflings. You know that. And Sanford is at the very south. This is what you know. And it's kind of like Sanford is the southernmost point beyond which the unknown begins. So it doesn't mean that nobody knows what's beyond that, but that's wild country. You know, that's not where civilized
it's not
people live.
well mapped and at least not in official cards. Okay.
Nope. Yeah.
Is Min there as well?
She can be if you want to.
Yeah, if not, he would have to wait because I would look for her. So it might be easier if she's just
she's definitely
upstairs.
in the house because it's winter
then...
and there's not much in the term in terms of going with regard to carpentry.
Okay. I'm like moving towards Min and then stopping and turning around. What is the payment for delivering the message? It must be important.
Well, there is a couple of gold coins in it for you.
A couple.
He takes out a little bag and he moves it, and you can hear a couple of, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 gold coins clanking together.
Just give me a second.
And
I would move over to Min.
Do you have an open fire?
Yes.
He would stand next to it and basically, you know.
We need fire so Darling can be cozy in front of it.
Obviously. Of course.
For
Can
Her
you go
Majesty.
away? This is my book. Leave. Sorry.
No problem. Walking over to Min, just like, do you feel like traveling a little? We've been here for quite a while now.
Sure. Where to? I mean, I've always wanted to see more of your place.
South, where the small people live.
Oh, yes. You've told me about it, but we've never been. Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
I've never been there either. I only heard stories.
We should go.
We just need to deliver a piece of paper.
We can do that. It's not a problem. Is it?
I don't think so. I'm just not sure why they're not paying well for such a travel, but we will see. I will turn around. We'll walk back to the. By the way, what is your name, good sir?
Thomas.
Thomas. And you're then from up north, I suspect.
I'm from Linolin to the west.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you're doing this for this little payment.
Well, I'm not paid for this at all.
Inside check.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 19.
He is not lying.
He's
He
telling
doesn't
the truth.
Yeah.
You're doing it. Why? Is it for a family member? Or why would you do it for free?
Well, there is a certain someone here in Homlet that I'm visiting.
Okay,
And,
now my brain, I'm going through all the single ladies and sirs and just trying to figure out who is the lucky one.
And so I made it known that I was gonna travel and spend some time here, and then somebody approached me and said, "Could I have this letter delivered?" And I said, "I'm
could you
not going anywhere
dis-
near the meadows because that's too far to the south, but I could take it to here."
And how did you get my name?
Oh, that's very easy. I stopped by the inn.
Okay, that explains a lot. Can you describe who gave you this? Just because I suppose you did not read what is in this letter.
Of course not. It's sealed.
But who gave it to you? I don't want to be delivering like we will start a war and murder everyone.
It was
letter,
Master
you know?
Halbarad.
Master Halbarad.
And it's for the captain of the Rangers named Hallas. Apparently he lives near the fort. He basically keeps watch on the southern borders.
How was his name? The ranger?
The captain of the Rangers is called Hallas, and the sender of the letter is Halbarad.
Halbarad. No, I can't write today. Halbarad. There we have it. Hallas. Okay. Do by any chance, would I have an idea who he's visiting? Can I roll? I don't know, for luck, for insight on people.
I think you...
Because Hamlet is not that big.
No, it's not that big. I believe you could. You could know who he's visiting, yes.
Let's see. I will just do insight. Yeah, with a 19, I might have options. I just want to get him a little bit off his feet, like wishing him then a nice day and greetings too, you know, like in the offhand, like.
Yes. I'm a bit surprised because I do not have a list of NSCs for...
No, I think we had a few, but that was
but I
always the
can't
married
any
but they
of
were all
them.
the married couples or the people that gave us work. They're although they might have a daughter or something. Did
Yeah,
I
the
really
problem is
write
I
that
don't have
down?
any of these. That's really strange because I usually keep those.
You marked them in the map. We had a map and you wrote it in the map, I think.
Okay, did I? Okay.
Although you would need to share the map because I cannot see it.
I have a map, but that's unmarked. Yeah, because I do
Okay.
remember we had this somewhere, and that is really strange, but it
And
could.
I don't think we did that in Legend Keeper because we didn't have Legend Keeper by the time, I think. What did we? Murder of Crows, Legend Keeper. Let's have a peek. Or not? Or not?
Yeah, we do have the map, but I don't really have. I know exactly that we had this because it was fully populated. Okay, I can't find it just now.
I
It
can't
is
open Legend Keeper. It's not letting me in at the moment, so.
okay, weird. But I can
Yeah.
still share the.
Oh, my browser was updating. That's why.
That's always not good.
No, but it will pass by and then it should be
But I will
easy
just. We
enough
can
to
just
do.
take a look.
Murder of Crows. Do we have it?
There is the village, and there's the chromatic counter.
The village of Hamlet. But we did have.
We did, and I can't find it because we have plenty of. Unless it's here it is. Yeah, here they are.
Oh, there we have all of them. You found them, right? Dramatis personae.
He's probably. Most of them are actually married, and I think it's probably Myrtle Tarrant, the money changer, or Byron Tabbert, the stonemason. You take your pick.
Myrtle.
Cahal Mariel, the hunter, is also single.
Let's go with Byron, just to mix it up, to not have the cliche.
Yeah. So he's here to meet Byron Tabbert, the stonemason.
Okay. Stonemason. I am not able to write proper words today. I will not be able to understand what I did here. Why did I close Legend Keeper? What is happening with me? Well, then I would look over to Thomas again. Is there like and it needs to be there as quickly as possible, stressful quickly as possible, or normal?
The letter.
Pace? Yes.
No, as soon as well, I mean, it should get delivered, but it's more important that it gets delivered in the first place,
Okay.
than that it gets delivered quickly, but then maybe gets damaged in the process.
So rather go safe way than short way. Understood.
Absolutely. I don't mean that you should be leaving now, because I guess you will need to prep and, also maybe look at a couple of maps, unless, of course, you've been there before.
No, I have not, but we are quickly and getting things together, so. But we don't know how the roads are. In wintertime, anything could be out there.
At that moment, Ruto shows up. Milady! I mean, Madam Emberheart. Lyra.
Still. You might have the chance to travel if you want to travel, dear friend. With us, obviously, not alone. It's not that I'm kicking you out. That sounded really harsh. Turning back to Thomas, who probably looks a bit surprised at a talking mouse, I suspect.
He does. I mean, Ruto is slightly taller than a normal mouse,
Mm-hmm.
but he is dressed like a little lord, and he's got his
And
rapier
he's
and the
mm-hmm.
poise, and he looks at him, and he you can see that he starts blinking.
Thomas, Ruto, Thomas.
Maybe I shouldn't have had that last grog.
No, he's a fake creature.
A f- he bows really deeply. Oh, Master Fei, please do not. I am.
No, you don't have to worry. Thomas can point out to you that Ruto is part of the village now. Just giving him a bright smile.
Uh, yes, well, so is it agreed? Will you take care of this letter?
Yes, I will.
Then he hands you also the coins, and he says, "These are for you." And then he hands you a second bag, and this is for, travel expenses.
Oh, thank you so much.
Then he looks at Ruto kind of like, you can tell that he is uncomfortable in the presence
Oh,
of
and wait a second, and I will go behind the counter. I will pull out. I think it would be a tea.
Mhm.
Just for I don't know, sore muscles that it loosens a little bit,
Mhm.
that it warms from the inside. Just for thinking about what a stonemason could use, but it's a
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
physical work, so that would work. And I would hand it to him to give this.
To
Did I say
Byron.
Thomas? To Byron.
Yeah, he's Thomas.
Um,
Mhm.
yeah. Maybe if you could give that to Byron, it might help him relax a little after a hard work day.
He smiles at you and he says,
And
if
greetings to him.
if I run into him by any chance, I will.
Sure.
And then
I will open the door for him and let him pass out.
he leaves, and then Lynn says, no, Min says, Min says, okay, so
I will close the door behind him just to make sure it's not getting too cold in here.
I guess we're traveling.
Yes. So when Ruben is back from school, I would check with him if he wants to keep everything up here and wanna keep the shop running. And wrote my friend, it's a question if you want to stay here and support Ruben and Darling, or come with us. We would go south to Sanford, where the small people live.
He Darling looks at the fact that you have just told her that she could be supported by a mouse. Okay, still Fey mouse, but mouse is mouse. Ruto is a mouse first in her eyes and a Fey second. So she leaves in a huff. Ruto looks after her and he says, "Well, I'm not so sure if her ladyship, Darling, really needs my support."
Honestly, she doesn't need any support.
That's
The
what I
question is
thought.
if Ruben needs support, which he does not. Honestly, he's been on his own for long enough.
Yeah, but maybe the young master would like to have somebody to talk to
Mm-hmm.
so that he's not so alone.
Then
I
let's
mean,
see
it's
what
always
Ruben
nicer to have
says.
somebody else in the house as well.
That is true. That is true.
I
And
will
honestly,
actually.
Darling is not helping him with the store. You would be able to help.
No, I have noticed that she's more hindering than helping.
Yes.
Lying in places where customers would like to tread. Um,
Throwing down bags with herbs for tea.
yes. being lazy.
She would say relaxed.
Well, I tried to teach her how to use a broom. She wouldn't listen.
I am honestly quite sure she could if she wanted to.
Yeah, she wasn't listening. She didn't, it was clear that she simply decided not to care.
Oh, she has us, her servants, so why should she?
Which also means that with you gone, it would just be Reuben serving her, and that will simply not do. Well, I will sit this one out, if that
Okay.
is all right with you, Lyra.
I think it would make me feel a bit easier leaving Reuben behind with the shop.
Well then, but if you would like me to take a look at the maps and help you planning, I will be more than happy to do so.
Then, first of all, let's close the shop, because why not? It's not that a lot of people are buying anything at the moment. And let's see if we can get a map.
All right. So you lock up the shop, and the place where you would go would either be the Church of the Sun Goddess, because they have a library, or you would go to Minna Linden, who's the village elder, and she kind of has like sort of a well, she has the archive, basically, where all of the deeds are kept and stuff. And you do know that she also has some maps, so you have the choice between two places where you can go.
I think. Let's swing by the church first and see, because it's enough that we can read it and then we can make some notes. I think that's a good option.
Okay. So the church is
up north or northwest.
Yeah. Okay, so basically you okay, that's what we said the last time. There has to be a bridge somewhere. Otherwise, this doesn't work.
Yes, and it
Yeah.
would be exactly
Yeah,
leaving
because
out
that's the
to the
big
left.
that's the big road, yeah.
And there's
Yeah.
a bridge for sure.
Okay, so you basically cross the bridge, and you make it to the church, which is quite a huge building, very impressive, made of stone, and it is dedicated to the sun goddess. And the sun goddess herself isn't actually depicted, but it is a window that faces east, so where the sun comes up, and that is a kind of like it's stained glass. And so when the sun rises, it creates all kinds of really beautiful, colorful, it creates a color spray as the sun rises. And then again, as the sun sets in the west. And it is a lofty building, high ceilings, vaulted. And it is a really now in winter somber place, because there isn't that much sun, because the sun only shows itself for about, I don't know, maybe 6 to 7 hours a day. And in winter, therefore, to still make sure that there is enough light, the next best thing is candles. So there are lots and lots and lots of lit candles as you arrive. And there are and the basically it's just the one person. There isn't any acolytes. She's the priestess, and she is always in there. And she also has a little, well, not so little, she's got an apartment behind the sacristy. So yeah.
Then, so we would make sure not to, I don't know, if there's anything officially happening always at the same time, we would clearly not disturb it. We
Yeah.
would plan around
So
that,
it's outside
but
of
in the middle of the
outside of worship.
So
Okay.
yeah, we would peek in and just say good day.
Oh, Lyra, Min, how can I help you?
Would could we maybe have a look in the library?
Why,
That word
why
that
were
German
we?
hates to say, the library. And search for some maps. We have to go south. And would love to have at least a map, a rough map, anything that will help.
Oh, a map of the meadows.
Yes.
Sure. And we do have, mind you, I don't know how up to date they are.
That is fine, because I don't think any one of us here in the village have been down south that far for
Oh
a very
no,
long time,
actually
probably.
no, we have
Yeah.
not. But yeah,
Mm.
please. And she leads you to the library, and she gets down. She gets kind of like a little ladder, and she gets down a huge leather bound. Well, not leather bound, but it's kind of like a leather ledger.
Like, yeah, or like a cover outside,
Yeah,
and then we have maps.
exactly.
Yeah.
And she says, well, these are the maps of the environment. We are looking for the south. Now let me see. And she looks around, and she goes through it, and then she says, ah, yes, here we are. Now let me see. And she shows you a map. And she doesn't just show it to you, she puts it down for you to look at on a table.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is what you see. This is the meadows. You should also see it in Legend Keeper if you like, but basically there is the road. So basically that is the northern part, and the Evandim Hills basically surround it to the north, and that's where you also would
So
then,
we will
if you,
come from there.
yeah,
Mm.
you come from up here.
So, and we have to go
To the south to Sarnford, which is down here.
Sarnford. Okay, I should write it down properly. I wrote down Sandford because my mind.
It is a bit of a weird
Sarnford.
word, yeah. You also see different spellings. You see Sarnford in two words with a capital F and a capital S, and you see it in one word as well. So when you look at different maps, things are written down differently.
Okay. Would you mind us sitting here and taking notes, or just lending the map and we will bring it back later today?
Well, of course you can borrow the map if you like.
That would be amazing. Then we can sketch it out and see where we want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll bring it up back later.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Thank you so much.
Of course, no problem. So
And
you take it back,
mm-hmm.
and do you want to take it home, or do you want to go?
Yes.
Okay, so you
No,
go
no,
and
we
take
will
it home.
take it home. We will go upstairs. I would smoothen it out in the on the floor probably, and we'll have a paper and would try to basically make a rough copy as best as I can. And I would take my time. I would have a tea and would sit plonk down like a floor goblin should be, and work on the map, and would ask Min in between to double check and make sure I put down everything right. And I could imagine that a bit later also Ruben should be back from school playing and whatever he does. And we would tell him that we have a job to do, and he will be all on his own with Roto running the shop, being his own master for a while, which I suspect he will enjoy much more than he should.
Yes. But you can also make an insight check if you like.
Okay, let's see. There, a 12.
Okay, well, there is a lot of bravado and kind of like, yes, I can do this, but also he's a bit, he's going to be on his own.
Yes. Well, not completely.
Not completely, but yes. So it's kind
You
of,
have Darling and Ruto with you. So
let's see how perceptive Min is. That would be insight as well.
dirty 20.
Okay, I will have to do the following. I also have to get this one. And she says, but we're coming back.
Oh, obviously, we are just delivering the message, turning around, coming back, probably bringing gifts. Because I'm quite sure down there they will produce things that we do not have here.
You can roll on history one more time, but this time with advantage. Oh, yes.
21.
Okay. You do know something about you do know more about what they sell and what they trade in than you know about the lay of the land, because obviously everything that gets delivered also comes to you.
Yeah.
And through Homlet, because Homlet is at the kind of like at the crossroads of the two main roads, north, south, east, west, and that's why a lot of traveling happens. The halflings themselves don't travel, but there are people that go south and trade with them, and there are two things that they are really, really well known for. One is wine, and the other is pipeweed. And these are quite expensive commodities. They also have cheaper versions, but that's what they're really known for. And the most important trade good is pipeweed.
Okay.
Which
Both
they
is
grow.
Nothing for the boy, but well, yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll find something else. At least for Lyra, obviously, we will find something to bring for Ruben, to bring it back to him.
Okay.
I think we would still give us tomorrow to organize, to buy things for travel, to prepare. Maybe find that our travel stuff is not as fresh as it had been because we put it away in a cupboard.
Yeah.
And then would have the plan to leave the day after.
And so basically looking at the map, you would take the road until past the whatever the ruins of Anuminas and Evendim, Lake Evendim are. You have no idea because there is no description really. It's just a map. But then you will come to this crossroad, to this fork in the road here. And when you are there, you will have to make a decision which way you want to go. You can either go, and I really mean this, in-game and out of game, you will have to make a decision which way you want to go. If you want to go south, west, or if you want to head east and then south, because there are different roads that you can take through the meadows to go south, and then end up down here. So that's something that a decision will have to be made at some point. You don't have to make it now, but you will have to make it at some point.
Yeah. We will see. At the moment, it would go basically to go south as best as possible, not to
there is a good
detour
road.
too much.
There is a good road that you can follow.
So that would be the rough idea, depending on what will happen. But it's good that we have detours, possibilities. Also, It's a question how the weather is there, if it's as winter as we have here. Usually if you go south, it's getting less and less wintry. At least that is what Lyra read and heard of stories.
Mm-hmm.
How long would travel be roughly until the beginning of the map from where we are?
About a day.
Okay, easy
A
enough.
day, 1.5 days.
Mm.
And if you were to measure from here, basically even just like straight through, you can see that it would be around 166 miles as the crow flies from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And that is actually the metric mile. So that's it's a Tolkien mile, and there he says it's 1 mile, but it's actually 1,000 meters. So we're talking about 166 kilometers. Or is it? Let me just check. What did they use? Oh no, I lie. It's miles. It's real miles in leagues. So that's 166 miles. So yeah, what?
Still quite a bit to go.
It's a lot
feasible.
because 100 miles is 160 kilometers. Yeah. So it's over 200 kilometers. And if you think that you can walk easily about 20 kilometers per day, if the terrain isn't too bad, it'll be 10 days, 10 to 14 days.
Well,
Give
the main
or
question
take.
is, again, do we organize horses or do we walk? That would be a question for Min as well. Do you want to walk? Should we get horses?
Well, I suppose we could get horses.
Did we take our horse or did we leave
Buttercup.
it? Yeah, we have Buttercup, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's a pony, not a horse, but anyhow.
He's a pony, not a horse, yeah. Of course you took Buttercup. And he's doing very well.
Then maybe a horse, we might be at least a tiny bit faster.
Yes. I mean, this is something that I actually did a lot of research on when I prepared this. It turns out that a horse is usually not much quicker than a human. Unless you start galloping, and you cannot do this for very long. But of course, it is a lot more comfortable, and you can take, because you also do not have to carry your stuff. So they're pretty much the same with regard to how much you cover, but it's a lot more comfortable. Yeah. And of course, if needs be, you can be faster.
Yeah, you can be faster if.
So if you're trying to escape from somewhere.
Head out for it. Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes,
then
yeah.
Yeah, then for the next day it would be also to organize a second horse. Pony, whatever we can organize, probably pony. And
I believe you have a teamster there.
We have the farmer opposite.
Yeah, you have Sally Crawford with Tara and Keith, and they're the teamsters. So teamsters are people who basically lend out teams of horses.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, they wouldn't sell them though. You would have to rent them.
Yeah, that's fine. We have the idea to return and bring them back, so that makes sense. Then, yeah, I think we would have dinner. Maybe today at home and tomorrow have dinner at the inn, just as a special occasion.
Yep.
So clearly we'll cook something, would plan together. Lara would involve everyone, not only Min traveling, but also Rotu to give ideas and hints. And also if Ruben wants to check in and have a peek. And probably while drawing in the middle, Darling comes and plonks herself in the middle of the map, so you can't see anything anymore. And this would be, I think, the rest of the day, clearly with some dimmer and some breaks in between. to go, because the map needs to be good. So we will take our time to set it up.
Okay, then you can roll on.
Good, because I have navigator tools, which is not map making. This is just that I can use tools to find my way.
Yes,
It must be something with intelligence, I suspect, or with Dex.
I think it's Dex because my other character has this. She has cartographers and she needs to do a Dex. Roll on Dex and
Let's see.
add your survival if you've got it.
Oh, if it's survival, it's a +4. Survival is wisdom. But I have a +4 on survival, so then it would be 10. It's not good, but decent.
Okay, let's see what if if you can get any help. Okay, no, not really. She rolled a 12 as well. So what I will say is you do have a map and it is serviceable, but the thing is that there is quite a lot of stuff that you would need to take over, and there are some mistakes in the map. That's
Okay.
what will that's, you know, it's a lot because it is a huge country that you're entering. So you have I would say you have like the most important milestones, but you didn't really draw every single nook and cranny. You didn't really draw all of the
also
roads,
the
but you
roads,
basically
the distance is not right probably as well, but at least that we know how do we get to this place, basically, to at least ask for that. We could even do that in a list. I think that should be fine.
Yeah.
And looking at our end result, be like, okay, Min, I have to say, we both will never be map makers. This looks horrible.
Well, there is a reason why I'm a carpenter.
Okay, it will work. We have all in there that we need. Tomorrow morning we can bring back the map and try to get all the things we need for travel.
And the horses.
1 horse.
1 horse. And Buttercup.
We have Buttercup.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't realize. I thought you wanted to take 2 horses, so you're taking 1, and Buttercup's coming. Okay, very good.
Buttercup is not the fastest, though.
Well, I mean, he's sturdy.
Yeah,
he's
he
sturdy,
is.
and he can cover long distances.
Yes, that is true.
So he may not be the fastest, but then again, you might also take maybe one of the. You could also take one of the more like not so much quick riding horses that they have, but you know, more of the garden variety draft horses. So we're bringing Buttercup.
Yes.
Okay, what's the horse's name? The other horse's name?
I think we will get another pony just to keep it up at the same pace.
And their name is Dandelion.
Then we have Dandelion.
Buttercup and Dandelion. They are not plants, they are ponies.
Dandelion. Rented. And then in the morning we'll go through our stuff and we'll bring back the map, do a little bit of shopping, like getting a bit of bread, cheese, like anything you can keep for travel a bit, that you have something for on the road. We would make a stop at the house of the elderly lady.
She's not elderly, she's just the town elder.
so she has to be elderly. Is the town elder?
Minna. Yeah, she's for you. She's old.
She will be older than Lyra for sure.
Yes,
So
definitely. She is maybe as old as your mother. Well, no, your mother is
yeah,
as old as
then
the
she would
hills. She
be
is super
exactly.
old, but she doesn't look it.
And would give her the notion that we are leaving Duchess. She knows. Maybe keep an eye on that the shop is not burning or something like that.
So you're leaving young Reuben in charge.
Together with Ruto, yes.
A young boy and a mouse. What could possibly go wrong? Is at least the cat staying?
Yes, which will
Well,
cause more trouble, but well.
She's a lady who has plenty of cats. She's a crazy
It
cat
is.
lady. She's a cat lady. She's not crazy, but she's a cat
Yeah.
lady. Well, then at least there is some sense. I will send some of mine over just to keep an eye on things.
Just in between. They will manage quite well. I think I also told Ruben he doesn't have to open every day. So if it's fine,
But by all means, tell him that if there is anything
yeah, he
anything
knows.
at all, that he talks to me. If he
Yes.
needs
Also,
anything, and I
the
will
farmers.
drop in every so often. Yeah.
That would be lovely. Just to double check. And
if he
although I think the boys will handle it well.
But also, if at some point the two of them maybe would like to get out of the house and maybe stay somewhere else overnight, and she looks at you, Reuben is still a little bit on the young side, and sometimes,
He will be fine.
there is the wind that blows around the house, and then you hear the trees whisper at night. So what I'm saying is, if he ever feels like it's all too much, he should just show up in the tavern and we'll find him a nice place for the night.
Yeah, that's what also will leave him some money on stock that he can clearly buy food, but also go out for dinner.
I will make sure that once a week we make a point of inviting him over for dinner, because you know what the young men and women are like. The children don't ever get enough food. They don't think about these things, and then they end up just with bread and cheese.
Although I think Ruben appreciates good food, so I think he will be happy to snoop in.
We will keep an eye on him just to
there.
make sure.
And I hope we'll be back.
I mean, the question is, if I gave you a little bit of money, could you buy me something? Because,
sure,
you know, they have it's called long bottom leaf. It's pipeweed that they sell. It's my preferred brand, if you like. It's a very special blend that I'm very fond of.
Okay, if I'm in what's it called? Long
bottom leaf.
Long bottom leaf. Noted. I see it. And
She hands you money.
Buy some for you.
Excuse me?
You can give us the money when we're back. Then I know how much it is.
Oh, it's not that cheap. And she hands you a gold.
It's fine. There's enough money for now. We got travel expenses and so on.
All right, so we will do it this way. Bring me as much as a gold will buy you, no more.
Yes. Okay.
All right. And then you say your goodbyes.
Noting down to bring more than just a gold.
Okay, that's up to you.
Yes.
And basically then, you say your goodbyes. You pick up Dandelion. He comes with saddle and harness and everything that you need. And yeah, he's a little bit chubby, maybe.
That's fine.
Has very thick fur because of the winter, and looks a little bit like a teddy bear on hooves.
That sounds good. Because obviously in the morning, while feeding Buttercup, making sure they're okay, Lyra would have told Buttercup all that is planned and that we are going on a small adventure. Compared to the last one, this is a very chill adventure. But at least time to move again and see new things.
The ears go up and basically are
Mm-hmm.
being played with. And then, of course, the big question in those huge brown
We
eyes
will
is
have enough carrots with us.
apple,
Carrot.
carrot. Okay.
Both, maybe. But carrots probably. Easier to transport.
You know that they're more fond of apples, but carrots will do if there's nothing
Carrots are a
else
little
to
bit
be.
sweet. They will be fine.
Mm,
Giving it scritches between the ears.
yeah, that's very wanted. And then a lot of hay is had, and do you tell Buttercup that they will have Dandelion to keep them company?
Um, yeah, I will mention to them that we will bring in a second pony, clearly, because we should not, two of us should not. That would be wrong. And in the afternoon or around lunch, probably, we would already bring a Dandelion to our place. So at least Buttercup and Dandelion can meet up.
Mm-hmm.
And we would put them together in the... My brain is empty. Where
Stable?
do you place? Stable, thank you. Because my brain was like stall. No, that's the
The
German
stall
word
is
just
in the
pronounced.
table. The stall is in
Yeah,
the stable.
in the
Yeah.
stable, but I'm just using the German word, pronouncing it English. That's not the translation. And
Nice
let's
try.
see how they will handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for the rest we have clothing, also winter clothing for sure. We still have a bit of our travel stuff anyhow, what we need, like a little bit pots and pans, what you need for traveling, sleeping bag. I think
Yeah.
all of that is still there. And then I would also let the neighbors know that I am out, especially
Mm-hmm.
the farmers up across the road.
Yeah.
And would give them already some money that they regularly keep on setting out milk and some cheese out up front, like every second day.
Mm-hmm.
Just that Ruben doesn't have to think of it.
Yeah.
And then in the evening we would go out for dinner at the tavern
Mm-hmm.
at the inn.
The tavern is packed, and Byron and Thomas are there too. And they're having dinner as well. They Thomas, let me check. Where's my... Oh, here it is. Oh, on a natural one. Unfortunately, he only has eyes for Byron. He doesn't
That's
really
fine.
see
That's
you come
totally
in at
fine.
all. Yeah. But everybody else, basically, you are well known. You are part and parcel of this whole community. So people greet you, say hi.
Yes.
They toast to you. Okay, so you get something to drink, you get something to eat. Let me
And we would
see.
be here with the whole gang, excluding Darling. I'm sorry, Darling, but it would be
Meow.
me, Min, Ruben, and Ruto. Because
Okay.
by now, I think at least everyone here in the village should be fine with Ruto being around, because Lyra would have made sure that
Yeah.
he's just...
They have no problem with Ruto.
He's a helpful young mouse.
He's a helpful young mouse. He's maybe a little bit on the pompous side. He calls everybody milady and milord, which most people actually find quite endearing. But of course, he also struts his stuff, But he is a mouse of note, a noble mouse.
And he's helping. I could imagine him helping when he sees someone is struggling or someone needs. He would be like, "Let me help, my lady."
Yes.
Or
So
my lord,
basically, since
depending
he
on what
is
it is.
taller than a normal mouse, he does carry stuff for people. And we have established that he is actually quite strong for his size. And so, yes. And he is a very straight up person, very straightforward as well, extremely polite, and just a nice chap to be around. And basically, then you sit down at the table. There is I just rolled. There is a venison stew.
That sounds
with
good.
potatoes and root vegetables because it's winter.
That sounds lovely.
And so you're having your food, you're having something to drink. Lyra, actually, sorry, Min doesn't drink alcohol, so she basically sticks to tea, but she always brings her own tea leaves because she believes that the tea leaves from her home are so much better than whatever it is that you brew up. But you also know that her tea tastes very different. You think it tastes like hay.
Yeah, it's very different to what we
It's
have
very
here,
different to
but
what you have, yeah.
main idea is to get a good meal before
Mm-hmm.
we head on the road tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
yeah.
people want to know because now it's become common knowledge that you are traveling because you rented a pony, you looked at maps. Byron has been talking about this as well because he has introduced Thomas to people. And basically, Thomas brought this message that he delivered to Miss Emberhart, and she is now going to take it south because being the hugely important traveler that she is, of course, you would entrust the message to her and no one else.
Darling would be like, nah, well-known traveler. She has been nowhere.
Well, if they knew.
If they knew, exactly.
Yeah, and then last orders are called at 11:30, and then you go back.
You would go home,
Mhm.
get some sleep, letting the pen drop,
Okay, not the
making
pin,
marks
but
on
the
my
pen.
pants, which is awesome. Well, that's for wearing light pants. Now they have green spots.
Oh dear.
And
Okay.
let's see how the ink washes out or not. And yeah, in the morning,
You.
not quite early, we would, although it's
Mhm.
getting, we start when it's well, not too early because it would be pitch black when we start.
Yeah.
We would have a breakfast, make sure the boys are fine,
Mhm.
say our goodbyes, making sure Ruben knows. Although I think he knows,
Yeah.
he can turn to the farmers, neighbors, to Minna. I think he, by now, at least I would hope, going to school, he has a few friends.
Yes, he does.
And then we would head out.
You head out, and yeah. So in the beginning, you ride, and it is a road which is fairly well kept. So and there is nothing really untoward. Of course, there is snow, but maybe you could roll a d20 for me.
Just a blank d20. I can
Yes.
do that. 6.
Okay, so that's not high. So it has been snowing a lot. So it's after a while, I want to say after about 2 hours or so, once you are well short of the village, and you have passed the last outlying pastures and fields, so people don't come here anymore, at least not in winter. The snow has started to drift, and there is a lot of snow on the road. So you are kind of being slowed down, and after a while you realize it's easier if you get off the ponies and lead them. But they
I'm
are
just looking at my spells. Fireball! There's no snow
well,
anymore.
that is, I mean, that would have its applications here. Yeah, you also
No.
think you would probably not burn down the forest that you're going through because it is too wet. But
Yeah, but then I see the poor rabbit just hopping by
yeah.
accident and being in the way. No, we'll not do that.
Yeah, always reminds me of Grisou. And when he
Yeah.
basically then, when the family of birds always has to leave and
Leave.
take their nest. No such thing for
No.
you. But this is now the good thing that you have sturdy animals with you, because Buttercup and Dandelion are trudging along. It's what they do, one hoof before the other, and they don't tire easily. And then you realize that you will have to find a place where you can stay for the night. So you can now make a survival roll, or you can ask.
No.
No.
I can do that. Would be a 60.
16. Okay. So you find a fairly decent place where you can shelter. I will say that when you didn't just pack your sleeping bags, but that you also brought some kind of probably something like tarpaulin, because
not a
you
full
will,
tent, but at least to have something to cover us if it snows. Yeah.
and also to keep away the wind, because if anything, it's the wind that is really that can get to you a lot when you are camped outside in winter. Okay, and with 16 you can also build a fire, so you find enough dry wood, and I would also assume that you brought some dry wood with you, at least for the first couple of days, because
here we will not find wood that is dry.
You will find wood, but it's probably too wet to be used for anything at all. Okay, and then basically do you set watches for the night?
Yes, we are out.
Okay, so who
The
watches?
question would be, before we have left, we in the tavern, we would have asked around if anyone heard anything about, I don't know, traveling being dangerous, not due to weather, but due to bandits, whatever is on the road.
Yeah.
Although at the moment it's probably generally more quiet in Homelet because less people are traveling.
Yes, and also the road isn't known for bandits.
Okay.
Because the world that you live in is civilized, and so is the meadows. Brigands, bandits, no such thing. But of course, you are traveling in the wild, and the one thing that is omnipresent are wild beasts, bears, wolves.
Yep.
Some say that they've heard of something called mountain lions in the Evende Mountains, whatever they be. But yeah. That's what we're looking at, but not so much people coming down and trying to steal your stuff. That would happen in the far south, because that's where the uncivilized people live. Yeah.
Then
okay,
we will
then
set up watch for sure.
Then you can give me a perception check. Who's taking the first watch?
However Min wants, so I don't care.
Min will go first, and she will make her perception check. Yes, and then it's you.
Perception 23.
Okay. When she wakes you, she says she heard nothing. Everything was quiet. And you basically also watch, and you hear a lot of noises from the forest. You hear owls, which is not surprising, but you also hear rustling, like something moving, and that is more unusual because at night animals go to sleep.
Most of them, at least.
Most of them, yes. Even wolves aren't night predators. So there is a lot of commotion in the forest. Nothing you can pin down, nothing you recognize except for the howling and the hooting of the owls, not the howling of the owls, the hooting of the owls. But yeah, maybe this is unusual. Do you know much about? No, because you're a city girl, aren't you?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't grow up
yeah.
in nature. The only thing we would have picked up would be on traveling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that would be it. I think Min would be probably the better versed one with nature,
And
I
she didn't hear anything.
suspect.
Yes, that's
So,
true.
yeah,
But on a 23, you do think it's kind of not what you
odd.
would expect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I will keep eyes and ears open until it's time to wake up Min and
Mm-hmm.
have a little breakfast.
You have breakfast.
I would have a peek at the ponies. Are the ponies relaxed?
Animal handling.
Because ponies
Yeah.
or animals generally, they know when danger comes close.
They are super relaxed.
12? Okay.
But they do kind of sniff for carrots. Maybe they're
Well,
just
they obviously
greedy.
will get a carrot
Just
for
the
dinner.
one.
No, a bit of hay as well. It will be a mix.
Yes, I know. I was just joking.
Yeah.
You
But
can
obviously, no, they will both look, at least Buttercup will be like, excuse me?
yeah. And Dandelion has learned quickly.
Quickly?
Yes, that, this is just not on, just one carrot per person. That's like,
I will take out one carrot, break it in half, and each one gets half a carrot.
oh, it's even worse.
That much for the road.
Yeah, probably Buttercup thinks, then you should have brought more.
Yeah, and Dandelion will be nodding and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, be
Yeah.
like, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They
Okay.
will not get more.
Puppy dog eyes. Yeah. Min looks at you and says, what melts your heart? Look at them. The ears are hanging,
They are very,
drooping.
they are very dramatic divas.
They are very dramatic. That's true.
They will
Yes.
survive this. They got enough food. They got carrots. They would eat up every carrot we have, and then tomorrow they will be grumpy because there are none left.
Okay. Going forward, when you roll on animal handling for these two, you get advantage. That's inspired. You have basically looked at them and they have,
Yes,
you know, all their secrets.
they would just inhale them. They would enjoy that, obviously, and then they would be very sad that nothing else is there. And since we should be able to get more carrots when we are getting more into the Meadowlands, we suspect. But you never know. It's winter time.
That's true.
So we need to keep pace with our stuff.
Yeah.
They
So
will
you
get
basically
twitches between the ears, like we have to take care a little bit. Be careful with our food. Patience.
yeah, this whole concept of patience, that's somehow weird. I mean, what is that
Yes.
patience anyway? No one
Yeah.
knows. But you basically get back on your horses, you keep riding, but also after a while, you see that the road winds through and into the hills, the Evendim Hills. And like I said, it's not the hills. So it's not like going into a mountainous area. The road climbs, and it is fairly easy. Make another W20, please. Roll.
17.
Okay. And you come as you basically reach the highest point, you look down, and before you see a valley which drops quite dramatically, and you see a very, very large lake. And it is very very white because it seems to have frozen completely. And you
Okay.
see little wave. It looks like the snow has been deposited there, and because of the wind, because you are now above this huge valley, you can see that you're being assaulted by the wind that is coming from the south, because to the very south of you there are now no hills in anywhere close to where you are. You have basically crested the first big hill top, Evenden Hills. So now you're being assaulted by quite a stiff wind, and so basically you see little snow drifts on the lake, but in places the lake, the snow has been cleared, so you can see the ice. And since it's a sunny day, the ice reflects the sunlight, and it is a very interesting view. But what is even more impressive is, as you are gazing south onto the lake, you take in the whole valley, and to the right of you, looking south, so on the western shore of this lake, you see the ruins of a very, very large city. And they're sitting on the lake, on the shore of the lake.
I suspect this would not be in our map because it's not an existing place anymore, right? So no one is living here. So should we have a pigmin? That looks like almost like a city.
Yeah, since we're here and since you said we didn't really have, we were under no pressure. Why not? I mean, it looks very impressive.
Okay. We'll lead the ponies towards the lake around and then towards the ruins of the city. And see if we can find any hint, any writings, anything on what kind of city that was, also maybe based on the rest of the buildings.
I have a picture. But this was basically this would be in summer. You have to imagine that the lake is frozen.
Yeah, no winter.
So it is rather large. And it had a citadel. But it is right on the shore of the lake, but it is completely destroyed. It doesn't look like any of the houses or buildings that still remain have even so much as a roof. So it's really in ruins, but it must have been very stately at some point, and there is a lot of and it's all built from stone. And when you look at it, you would say this cannot have been built by halflings because it would be too big, too tall. The houses would be too tall. As you approach, you see that there is a gate through which you had to go, and there is.
Does it look elfish? Because that would stick out because they have a very filigree way of building.
It doesn't look elven. You would say it's probably humans.
Elven, think you're not elfish. That's something completely different. That's very German again, saying elfish.
Elven. It's not elven. You would say it's human. Because know that trolls don't build. Trolls live
Yeah,
in caves.
they live in caves or live
Or
in something that was built that they like to have.
abandoned
Yes,
ruins.
exactly. Walking through there, Lyra, and I suspect Min as well, will keep eyes open for traces of either people or animals, at least big animals. I would not mind to see steps of mice or anything, but at least to have a peek
Perception.
on what we can find. I see nothing.
Not even mice.
It's the snow is so bright. It's like whatever wanted this city to be not here anymore did a great job.
How do you mean? She looks at
Or
you,
who
puzzled.
or
You mean
who?
because they destroyed it?
Well, that looks like, I don't know, war was here?
Yeah. And it's probably quite old. I mean, war and then maybe time.
Mm-hmm. Does it look still, anyhow, even with the snow, does it look like overgrown, like nature, like ivy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And as you are walking through it, because basically it's on the side of the road, so you could in theory still follow the direction of the road but go through the city instead, if you know what I mean.
If we have the feeling it would be safe for the ponies, we would do that. If not, we would bind the ponies at the edge, have a little walk around, and then go back to the ponies and move on.
Okay. So yeah, you could lead the ponies. It's not a problem.
Okay.
There used to be pavement, but that has really been broken open by plants. But since it has snowed, it is not so problematic. So since it has snowed, the ground is quite even now because the snow is evenly distributed. So walking there is not a problem because since the snow has been packed because of the wind, it's actually quite compact and quite hard to walk on. But that makes it also safe. It's not been thawing and then refreezing, which would have turned it into ice. This is snow.
Okay.
And as you're walking, the wind picks up. And suddenly mist rolls in from the lake, or fog, I should say, and envelops you very, very quickly. And suddenly you are surrounded by fog.
Can I, as a reaction to this, just by instinct, grab Min's hand?
Of course you can. You can also take other actions that you would like to
No, it
take.
would be mainly
Okay.
Min's hand.
And then
I think. See. Spells. I need to remind myself, what do
you can
I
cast spells.
have?
Yes, you are a spellcaster.
It comes in quite quickly, eh?
Yes, it does.
Let me read the phrasing of the spell. Does it need to? I would cast Detect Magic when the fog comes in. So it's a concentration for 10 minutes. For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet around you. You can use your action to see a faint aura about any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, but they need to be visible. And then I can learn their school of magic. Yeah, mainly, yeah, it's the idea of getting the idea, is there magic in place here or not. It is not going through stone. So if there's stone walls, someone is hiding behind them, I would not see them.
Okay, so it would be magic.
magic?
Um,
Just generally, I would say it's probably like you would see faint aura or like a little bit of a shimmer or something like that. And I always imagine, depending on the color, you would know what kind of magic it is, at least which school. Obviously, I have no idea what spell or so, but at least just to see if the fog is magical or if it's natural. If it's natural, then it's just fog.
okay. Hmm. You would say that it's not entirely natural.
Mm-hmm. I would let Min know.
You would say it's definitely necromancy.
We know that kind of magic. Um, Necromancy. Um, that is a reaction. That is a reaction. Okay. Um, um, um. Oh, I don't have my weapon anymore. Right.
But you have a weapon, right?
Yes. Well, I have a quarterstaff as usual still with me, and I still have that spell. I do have that spell. And then magical things. And I have still the ring, I suspect, that I had that is also still there. I never used it completely. And Min doesn't need a weapon. She is the weapon.
No, yeah, that's true. She is the weapon. Yeah.
I would make sure to have. No, I cannot. I would have Min in one hand and Buttercup in the other. So I don't have a hand free anyhow.
Hmm. Okay, so as you are,
What are the ponies doing?
the ponies are actually standing stock still
Okay. We would stop
and
with them.
are kind of looking around and don't seem too thrilled by all of this.
Okay. Ponies.
And
We're talking about Lyra. I'm trying to get back into Lyra vibe. Would she be? I need to see it, eh? I need to see it. I would not see much in this fog, I suspect. Puff of wind. Fireball. It's this spell. My spell is such a cliche of spells. This is something the past me chose. I think Lyra would just call out. Would we? No, then we would exactly show where we are. I would turn to Min. Should we wait it out? We are still in the city, aren't we?
yes.
Let's find at least a piece of a house that we can use a bit as a shield.
Okay, you have to roll perception with a disadvantage because it is really hard to see anything, but it's not impossible. So I'm not saying that it's not gonna work, but you have to
it's impossible. I have a natural one.
Okay, well,
I see nothing.
That's not good. Let's see how Min does.
Oh, good roll, but a 7.
Yeah. You basically you do find a ruin because you are in the city, but it turns out it's more like you hide
Stones.
behind a wall, but you can't really tell what that building was and how much of the building is still left. It's more like a wall that is maybe, I don't know, 8 meters wide.
Okay,
And
but
about,
at least it's a little bit of
yeah,
something.
yeah. So you're definitely not standing in the road anymore, in the street.
That
Yeah.
would be just at least to get a bit off the
Alrighty.
road.
Yes, you are off-roading now, yeah.
Staying with the ponies, trying to calm or keep them as calm as we can, and I guess just listen and wait.
So as you are listening, what you hear, and that's kind of muffled because of the mist. It kind of seems to not only have clouded your vision, but basically put like a blanket over everything. And you can hear the clanging of arms and armor and clashes of spear on shield. And it's like, yeah, it's like you can hear fighting going on. But you hear no voices.
I will whisper over to Min, as best as whispering works. Maybe the ghosts of the past, reliving fight.
Yeah. She needs to make a wisdom check. Oh, she... Another natural one. And please make a wisdom check. Actually, let me just check.
I cannot give my luck for her, so she
But let me
has
check.
to-
I think she has something that allows her to...
Awesome. Ring.
Oh no, it's if somebody is trying to put her to sleep.
Yeah. Wisdom save.
Oh no, she can't dream.
I'm not sure if holding my hand is helping her.
What did you roll?
22.
Okay. Well, you can feel that it's not really helping because she is grabbing your hand and she's basically beginning to sweat. So she is not cool with what's going on there. Are you trying to hold her back? Because she's trying to get away.
No, yeah, I will try to. Running is not the option.
Okay, make an insight check, please.
Yeah, natural 1.
Oh dear. Okay. And she really tries to get away, but you hold her back. And it seems like time is crawling. You have no idea how long you've been there. You've lost all sense of time.
Could I try something to add to holding her? Because honestly, if she wants to leave, I don't have the strength to hold her. For sure not.
Yeah.
I would start humming a song. Anything like a child lullaby, anything that or a song that I heard in a tavern, I would start humming that.
Something is really off tonight. I rolled another natural 1.
Oh, my rolls are extreme on one or the other, and at the moment in roll 20.
So she basically is trying to get away, but with a 1, she actually fails her strength check. It's not, so she is almost kind of like frozen in, is she frozen in place?
Frozen in
No, she's
fear.
trying to move, but it's like she wants to leave, but something else is holding her back. So she's kind of in two minds about it, because you know that she is usually super dexterous and she can, her body is a weapon, but she cannot actually do whatever it is that she wants. She's more like a mannequin, but a soft one.
I would try another thing. I
Yeah.
would not just stand here and wait and see, especially Min struggling. Just by blind, let's see what happens. I can choose a magical effect within range of 120 feet and
Yes.
try to do dispel magic. I'm not sure if it would work, because I'm not sure if it's a blank spell or something else. But if it's a spell, if it's 3rd level or lower, it ends immediately. I will go with the. Do we do 24 or 14? We are doing 14, right? Or do we do 24?
We have
because
24.
This is the 14.
Oh, that's the one. Okay, in this case,
Yeah,
we're
we
going to
talked
use the
about it.
2014 one, because the
Yeah. Because
2024
our roll
one is
20 is
terrible.
also
Yeah.
a 2014 one. I
Yeah.
cannot pull in any spells of the new version.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a 3rd level spell, it would end. If it's higher, I would need to make a roll if I can stop
Please make
it.
a roll.
DC equals 10 plus spells level.
Okay, make a roll and let me know what you rolled.
What do I need? Spell casting ability is charisma. Is it just that? For each spell, make an ability check using your spell casting ability.
And not your proficiency modifier.
No,
Okay.
not my attack bonus, just...
Okay.
Okay, I will do that. Charisma, blank it is, and we will see. I will use lucky, just to point it out up front, so I have advantage. I can use the better roll of both of them. I didn't need to, but anyhow, it's a 23.
Okay, so you say the words, you make the movements, and you suddenly hear a howling. This is the first time you're hearing anything that is even remotely like voices, because before that was just noise, the noise of battle. And you hear a howling on the wind. The battle seems to cease. No more clanking, no more clanging, no more shields and spears. And there is a howling, and you're not sure if it's voices. It does sound like voices, or maybe it's the wind playing a trick on your ears. But suddenly it falls really silent. Everything is super quiet. You can hear your own breath. You can hear the breath of the ponies. You can hear the breathing of Lyra. Of
Min.
Min.
It will stay like that.
It will stay like that, yes. It's unbelievable that I can't remember my own name. The breathing of Min. But everything else is completely silent. The only thing that remains is the thick fog. You can make a your main stat is charisma, isn't it? You just said. Can you make a charisma save, please?
15.
Okay.
Which is a very poor roll.
Okay.
Whoopee.
But it's still good enough. You feel like whatever was here, yes, it was magical, but it was also real. but you wouldn't say it wasn't a spell. It's more like it is a form of magic that seems to come from this place.
Okay.
Nobody cast a spell,
Mm-hmm.
but something happened here, a very terrible war, which led to this place becoming somewhat enchanted. Not School of Enchantment, but taking on magical properties. And you have not really heard of that before, because you do know that you can enchant objects if you know how, but whole cities or whole, like landscapes, that's strange.
Mm-hmm.
It does remind you a little bit of the magic of the Fae.
Yeah.
Where, also you had the case that different places were full of magic and then things happened based on that without somebody actively casting a spell. But you also feel a lot lighter now.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever was here just now has gone. Probably not forever, but for the moment.
I would squeeze Min's hand. Let's leave.
Yeah. She squeezes your hand back, and then you take the ponies, and the ponies are very happy to be led away.
Mm-hmm. I think again, Lyra would start humming the same song again, just to have something. And we would try to get towards the official road, not the road through the city, but try to get back on where we initially were.
You have navigate. You have the something navigation.
Navigator tools, which
Yeah.
would be like any kind. The problem is with fog, no navigator tool in the world will help you, except maybe pointing you north and south like a compass.
Yeah, so you can do that, and I would like you to make a survival check to find your way, but you get advantage or whatever it is that your navigator tool grants you.
Tool is intelligence.
Okay, then whatever you need to
use
do,
it.
then use intelligence.
It's a 19.
Yeah, it's very good. Very good. It does take you a little while because you also take it slowly, because you do not want to
we don't
veer
want to
off
fall
course.
and stumble,
Yeah.
or also that as well. Yeah.
But you leave the ruins behind, and you find the road, and you keep traveling along the frozen lake. But also, as you leave the ruins behind, it's almost like you're stepping out of this fog and into what looks like a sunny winter afternoon. You don't think you have spent a lot of time in there, although it felt a lot longer. Almost felt like a lifetime at some point. But you step out of the fog, and Min turns around and she says, "You have to see this." And she basically tugs on your shirt.
I will turn around and see what she sees.
Behind you, you see the city. It's like there was never any fog. It's in complete daylight. It's absolutely clear as day. The ruins are visible. It's like there was never any fog. You've never ever seen fog clear this quickly. Like you stepped out of it and then it was gone as you turned back.
Someone should put up a sign here. Warning, do not step into city. That would help.
Or put up a foghorn.
Both, maybe, to give a hint what will happen. Are you okay now?
I remember everything, and I remember being shaken, but I feel a lot safer now.
Good. I will give every pony 1 carrot.
Make an animal handling check with advantage, because you have figured these 2 out.
Natural 20. They love me.
They do love you, but you notice that they're kind of,
They're a bit shaken, aren't they?
yeah, and they're refusing the carrot. But they look at you and they really want to get their scritches.
They get scritches.
And Min gives them scritches too. And they nuzzle you and Min, and they're like, you know, really kind of like coming close and leaning in and, you know, yeah.
Okay. Then let's leave this place.
You leave this place.
We move on south.
You move on south.
Road.
And you come to
a place where fireworks are being shot in the background.
Yeah, and
I hope the mic is not picking that
No.
up because I hear our usual fireworks during this time of day when we have
yeah.
our lovely dome.
And basically you come to the fork in the road that you know where you have to take a decision. Do you want to go east and then south, or do you want to keep going south? But you know that once that not too far away from here is then the official border, which will bring you into the North Farthing of the meadows.
We would go south, I think. Makes more sense.
Okay, but you
Although we could go around, and there's, let me see, can I zoom? Yes, I can zoom in. I'm just stupid.
So you could go this way.
Yeah, how do I? I hate this so much. Now I cannot move it. Why? It's moving. Found a key to move the map. I hope I'm not moving.
No, interestingly enough, I don't see it move
so
at
it's
all.
just my screen. That's what I wanted. So move there. There's a road going through. I had it too small. I didn't see there's a road going through.
Alternatively, can you actually see it when I draw these?
I can see. I can see when you draw them, but I can also see a mouse. You just have to basically.
So there are two. You could, in theory, go towards Longcleve and then
move on south.
loop over, or you could go straight through towards Needlehole.
Or move. You can go through the wood. There is a road going through as well.
To Oud Barton. Yeah.
Oh, you can see my mouse as well. Just
yes.
a little bit slower, as you can see. What time of day is it?
It's now towards the evening. No. Well, yeah, you have now walked past. You have spent quite a lot of time on the road, because when you stepped out of Anuminas, it was more like, and you have now covered, I want to say you've covered 12 miles. That would have been yeah, it's now evening.
I want to end up in Oud Barton for sure, to go through there.
If you want to, you can actually also check how far it would be if you go this way.
Yeah, it doesn't make much difference. It's just either the way along river and forest or through hilly mountain thingy-majingies.
So if you go the south route, it's 45 miles.
The other way doesn't look far off of that either.
And the other way is...
You either take the turn at the beginning or at the end of this part.
You have very good eyes. It's 3 miles more. It really
Yeah.
doesn't make that much difference.
The only difference is if we go left, we have a long cleave, seems to be like at least some kind of settlement.
Yeah.
Which might be good to head out and see if we can stay there for the night.
Well, you wouldn't make it there before
Yeah.
night falls because
Yeah,
night is
that's-
falling now. But it would be a lot. I mean, even on the way the next day, whatever is here, there might be settlements there as well. You simply don't know, but you do know Longcleave.
The other thing that would give us maybe a bit more shelter against rain and weather than the open hills.
That is
so
true.
I think we would go south. Let's go south.
Okay, so you
Sorry
go south.
for taking the time to decide.
Well, we are playing, I mean, for those of you who haven't found out, this is the Lord of the Rings, and traveling and planning are a big part of
Yeah, and I
playing
need
in
to
that.
stop myself from reading like, oh, I want to know. I have no idea what that is. We are not going there just because I know what is there out of game.
Okay. So basically, but you do think that you should basically now find shelter, and you are going south, and you can see that there are some hills there, by no means as tall as the Dim Hills, are coming up, and you also
The thing
find...
is, are the roads still very snowy here?
It is still snowy, but not as much. And it's
question is,
definitely not foggy, and it's definitely, you wouldn't say it's necessarily a little bit warmer, but it is, it feels comfortable.
Is it good enough that we can ride the ponies for
Yes,
a bit?
absolutely.
So I would at least try to see if we can ride a bit to see if we can get at the edge of the wood, if we can get to the edge of the wood. Not sure if we can, but with riding and maybe also making a little bit of pace, and I think the ponies will be happy to leave behind the lake and the ruins, just to see if we can find a bit of shelter between trees.
Yeah, I would say that's 16 kilometers. You can make 4 on foot, 5, but you are riding and you're trying to be a little bit more quick. Yes, if you give it another, let's say, 2.5 hours, you would make it to the woods.
And then we would try to.
Okay, so you arrive at the woods, and you basically can find really nice shelter. But what you do notice is you notice a standing stone, and not a standing stone in terms of like the ones that we see in Dartmoor, for example, but you see a stone that marks that you are now crossing into the meadows. So it's like it marks the boundaries, as it were, and it says basically there is a sign, there is an arrow pointing along the road to the south saying North Farthing.
Good. That's what we roughly had in mind.
Yeah.
So at least we have the confirmation that we did not completely mess up our map. We are roughly where we want to be.
Yes. You are roughly where you want it to be. Yeah.
Then let's try to set up camp at least halfway decently.
Yeah. And you find a nice place to make camp, but you also notice that as soon as you cross the this invisible border that is marked by this stone, it seems like there is people taking care of these roads.
Okay.
And you also notice that somebody has been there because you see imprints of small feet. And you notice that these feet are not shod. Whoever is walking around in their bare feet, which in this wintry cold is,
Or it fits to the stories we
yeah.
heard about
So
short
it seems like these people
people.
really do not wear shoes.
Because I don't think we have halflings in.
No.
No. So I might have seen a halfling here and there
Maybe in the big city, yes.
in the big city,
Yeah.
especially having a shop. So I might have seen one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Well, at least we're not in the middle of nowhere anymore. So we would set up camp, make a fire.
Mm-hmm. You set up
Still
camp.
would have clearly making sure that if we get to sleep, to set up watches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can now also, first of all, roll on survival.
Survival. 1817, I think, together.
Yeah,
Very good.
between the two of you, you find a really nice camping spot, nice place also where you can give the ponies a nice place. And I don't know, would you be camping on the side where the water is that you also can give your okay? So
because
basically,
I suspect here the water is not frozen; it's
no,
moving. There's water running.
It's actually running water, and it's actually quite a lively brook. And you can also then get some fresh water for the horses to drink from.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and then you can roll a d20 for me, please.
Let me. Where's the window? There it is.
A 12. Okay, very good. And so basically you set up camp. And are you gonna set
watches? Yeah.
Watches, yeah. Okay. So
it's still forest and wilderness. We've never been here.
Yeah.
I think
it
as long as we
is
don't
forest
have a
and
door
wilderness.
to close.
And you also you have not really seen anyone except for their footprints, but you also have not seen any hovels or any kind of like even traces that people might be logging in this area or burning coal or whatever. It is remote and it is very quiet, so there aren't any humanoids, as it were.
Animal-wise, what we've seen would be what we suspect, like a few birds, like a rabbit or something.
You see a fox. You see a little bit of bunny rabbits, a little bit of fowl. There's some waterfowl because there is kind of like a river. You see sparrows, that kind of thing.
And now, as nighttime comes in, probably owls are back.
Owls, you see. Give me a perception check. You see nothing. Okay.
I'm just listening to an owl and completely distracted. Probably a mouse is running over my foot, and I don't even see it.
On a 12, Min wakes you and she says, "Did you hear that?" And you hear kind of like a sound that is more like, it sounds like somebody coughing.
What?
What is that?
What? I hear nothing. What?
And at that moment, you see a very, very grumpy badger waddle towards you. They have this kind of like funny walk. And he's basically then walks past your campsite and then begins digging. You know how they dig to get worms and stuff and snails. And he is a super loud eater.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
Chomp, 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 and he's not being subtle. He is probably you're standing in his way, and he's telling you, well, actually, ladies, this is where I always look for grub, and now you've set up camp here. You have started to light a fire. How is a decent badger gonna get his food? And then after a while, he gives up and walks off. But so when I'm saying this is not this is not an intelligent badger. I'm not trying to make him out as being of human intelligence.
A normal, natural badger.
Yeah, and badgers do seem to be grumpy.
Oh, and they can be dangerous.
Yes,
they can be.
And so this black and white striped little creature, or they're not even that little. This little guy then basically leaves, and then you can make another perception check.
With a 9, it's better than a natural 1. It's still not good.
Yeah, but other than that, you really don't notice anything, and then you go back to sleep, and then Min wakes you the next morning and says, well, that was all. That was the badger. He didn't come back.
Well, he was so annoyed with us. I was hoping he didn't come back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Breakfast.
There is breakfast, and then you make your way south, and then you come to. So basically, the idea is you want to go to Oudbarton, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way south.
Left, basically.
Yeah, and at the fork, you turn left, and it's super easy to know where you're going because somebody put up a signpost saying Oudbarton, and pointing in one direction and Needlehole pointing in the other direction. So it's super easy to find out where you need to go. You also notice now a little bit more of the forest itself because now it's daylight, and you see that it is an evergreen forest. So basically you've got pines, junipers, and yews, so they're all coniferous trees.
And they're green. They're not like without leaves, without
no,
anything.
They're completely green. And it is you now see in the broad light of day that this is really a wild forest. So it doesn't seem to be tamed at all. It doesn't seem like anybody is using this tree for anything. No forestry is being done. And as you look to the left and right, because the path is really well kept, it's not just a path, it's it's packed earth, so it's easy going. And since it's also going through the forest, in places you don't see any snow because the snow didn't even reach the ground. So you can see that it's packed earth, and really well kept. But as you look into the forest to the left and right, you notice that it's really thick forest. There's a lot of brushwood and thicket at ground level. So going in there would be quite a task. And you don't think anybody does go in there.
Okay.
But you do notice, and you don't even have to roll perception for this, there are deer as well. You can see them in the distance. They seem to be completely unperturbed by you. So this would also indicate that maybe hunting isn't the thing that's done in these woods, because otherwise they would usually try and flee. Yeah. Or watch you from afar and kind of like, but they are standing there eating and seem to be totally not oblivious to you. They've noticed you, but they don't care.
Okay. You move on along the road.
You move on along the road, and where this road will take you, and if you reach Oudbarton, we will find out next time because it's already almost 11. And I think this is a good place to stop.
It is a good place to stop, and it's fun to be back with the girls.
Yes, and at some point I will remember what their names are.
No, don't say that.
Don't say no.
It will not happen.
It will not happen.
It's Lynn, and it's both of us together.
Yeah, it's exactly. It's Lynn. It's a portmanteau. It's Lyra plus Min equals Lynn. Everybody's always
If you say Lynn, it's always both of us.
And then it's Butter Lion.
Oh God, that sounds horrible.
That's true.
Butter Lion.
Butter Lion. So thank you very much for playing, and thank you everybody for listening, watching, following us. We hope you enjoyed this. So we're now planning a little bit of a longer arc where we will also be entering into the homeland of Min Sharai, and we will see what it's like in Kantai Pan, where she is from.
First, we visit the hobbits.
So talk to you again in 2 weeks, and until such time, stay safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.